नमस्कार, बहुत-बहुत स्वागत है गाइस आपके अपने चैनल KFCS पर। तो गाइस कैसे हैं आप सब लोग? और आज बहुत अच्छा दिन, क्रिकेट का दिन, जैसा कि मैंने आपको बोला था आज एशियन गेम्स, अनफॉर्चुनेटली एशियन गेम्स का जो फाइनल था वो पूरा नहीं हो पाया। थर्ड प्लेस का गेम भी बहुत छोटा-सा हुआ 5 ओवर का, जिसको लास्ट बॉल पे बांग्लादेश की टीम ने जीता, जो कि अपने आप में बहुत बड़ी चीज़। बांग्लादेश की टीम, अगर वुमेन्स की बात करूँ, मेन्स की बात करूँ, दोनों ने मैच को जीता। तो ये बहुत ही अच्छी चीज़ बांग्लादेश की टीम के लिए काफ़ी अच्छा रहा। दिन आज काफ़ी अच्छा रहा बांग्लादेश की टीम के लिए। ब्रॉन्ज़ मेडल भी मिला उन्हें, साथ के साथ आज मैच भी जीते। तो बात करेंगे आज बांग्लादेश वर्सेस अफ़गानिस्तान, और आज बहुत सारे रिकॉर्ड्स बने कोटला के मैदान में, सॉरी जो अरुण जेटली स्टेडियम में आज बहुत सारे रिकॉर्ड्स बने, उसके बारे में पूरी बातचीत करेंगे। पहले स्टार्ट करते हैं आज का डबल हेडर का फर्स्ट मैच, बांग्लादेश वर्सेस अफ़गानिस्तान। इस मैच की अगर हम बात करें तो बातें हो रही थी काफ़ी ज़्यादा कि जब इस गेम की बात होती है तो बांग्लादेश वर्सेस अफ़गानिस्तान। हेलो अभिनव, कैसे हो आप? ओके, तो बांग्लादेश वर्सेस अफ़गानिस्तान इस जहाँ पे ये मैच होने वाला था, उम्मीदें इतनी थी कि फास्ट बॉलर्स प्ले में आएँगे, लेकिन सबसे बड़ी चीज़ क्या हुई बांग्लादेश की टीम के लिए, मैं बात करता इस बारे में, पहले मैं इनका कमेंट ले लेता हूँ। बिल्कुल, इंडिया ने वर्ल्ड गोल्ड मेडल को जीता है, और जिस क्राइटेरिया को रखा गया आई थिंक वो अच्छा था। रैंकिंग को उन्होंने प्रेफ़रेंस दिया। एक्चुअली इंडिया ने सबसे अच्छा परफ़ॉर्म भी किया क्रिकेट में, अगर बात करूँ सारे जितने भी एशियन कंट्रीज़ थे उनके मुकाबले में, तो उस लिहाज से गोल्ड दिया गया। पाकिस्तान की टीम ब्रॉन्ज़ मेडल नहीं मिली है, क्योंकि ऐसा होता है जब एक कंट्री आप यंगस्टर पे इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं करते हैं, यंगस्टर पे भरोसा नहीं करते हैं, तो ऐसी चीज़ें होती हैं। अब पाकिस्तान की टीम अब देखिए धीरे-धीरे जो है, अब मेरे को लगता है श्रीलंका से भी नीचे पहुँच जाएगी एक समय के बाद, क्योंकि जब आपके पास यंगस्टर्स नहीं होते हैं और आप सिर्फ़ अपनी एक प्रॉपर टीम के साथ चल रहे होते हैं, जो प्लेयर 35-36 साल के होते हैं, तो एक समय के बाद आपका भी एक ऐसा टाइम आता है जिसमें आप ट्रांजिशन पीरियड कहते हैं, जिसमें टीम जो है बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रगल करती है। तो मेरे को लगता है पाकिस्तान की टीम, और जिनको ब्रॉन्ज़ मेडल में संतोष, ब्रॉन्ज़ मेडल भी नहीं मिला, ना वुमेन्स टीम से ना मेंस टीम से, तो मुझे लगता है थोड़ा पाकिस्तान की टीम को बहुत ज़्यादा सोचना होगा। बिल्कुल, साउथ अफ्रीका ने श्रीलंका को हराया है, लेकिन श्रीलंका ने भी दिल जीते हैं आज, तो उसके बारे में पूरी बात करेंगे। बिल्कुल 100 मेडल्स कंप्लीट कर लिए, कांग्रेचुलेशंस टीम इंडिया, ऐसा ही परफॉर्मेंस रहे, और उम्मीद करेंगे आने वाले एशियन गेम्स हो या ओलंपिक्स हो, उसमें इंडियन टीम जो है टॉप 5 में अपना नाम ज़रूर दिखाए। और उसके बाद राहुल आई गेस बिज़ी हैं आज, मे बी आज आ सके तो ज़रूर बात करेंगे, मैंने मैसेज किया था, तो आई होप वो आएँगे, सो लेट्स सी। तब तक चलिए अब बात करते हैं। तो सबसे पहले हम बात करेंगे बांग्लादेश वर्सेस अफ़गानिस्तान, फिर हम बात करेंगे इंडियन टीम के बारे में भी। तो पहले बात कर लेते हैं आज के मैच की। आज का मैच बहुत ही अ, अच्छा रहा बांग्लादेश के लिहाज से। बांग्लादेश की टीम की अगर मैं बात करूँ, तो बांग्लादेश की टीम ने प्रूव किया है कि जो इस चीज़ का वो एक्सपेरिमेंट कर रहे थे, एक्चुअली रियलिटी में उन्होंने वो एक्सपेरिमेंट सक्सेसफुल रहा है, और ऐसा नहीं था कि अ, आप एक्सपेरिमेंट कुछ और कर रहे हैं और प्लेयर कोई और खेल रहा हो, ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं दिखाई दिया। मैं समझता हूँ बांग्लादेश की टीम के लिए स्टार्ट बहुत अच्छा है वर्ल्ड कप में। बांग्लादेश की टीम अब दिखाई दे रही है कि अगर ये अपने पोटेंशियल से खेलेंगे तो ज़रूर एक अच्छी टीम बनेंगे। शरीफुल इस्लाम जिन्होंने 2 विकेट चटकाए, 1 विकेट मुस्तफ़िज़ुर रहमान, 1 विकेट तस्किन अहमद, 3 विकेट मेहदी हसन मिराज। मेहदी हसन मिराज के बारे में बात करना बहुत ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि शाकिब अल हसन जब ये वर्ल्ड कप के बाद चले जाएँगे, तो मेहदी हसन मिराज कहीं न कहीं अब जगह लेने वाले हैं शाकिब अल हसन की, जो बैटिंग और बॉलिंग में अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस करने वाले हैं। टॉप ऑर्डर में अच्छा परफॉर्म किया, और बिल्कुल आज जो मेहदी हसन मिराज ने परफॉर्मेंस दी है, 3 विकेट, बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त, बहुत ज़बरदस्त। तो हमारे साथ है पवन। So
Hello.
hello Pawan. After so many days, so welcome to KFCS. So Pawan, how are you?
Thank you.
Yeah. So Pawan, let's talk about Bangladesh.
Good. Okay. I mean, not a good, not good to see Sri Lanka losing, but at least happy that we gave a fight at least. Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about Bangladesh versus Afghanistan. But what do you say to this Bangladesh team? Actually, what they are doing experiment in Asia Cup, they are promoting a Mehdi Hasan Miraz in top order. They are giving so many chances. Finally, Mehdi Hasan Miraz firing with a ball also, with a bat also. So you can say uh, that in place of Shakib Al Hasan in future, Mehdi Hasan Miraz can be a same player like Shakib.
Yeah, I think definitely. I think Mehdi, I think he's improved in his batting. I think in the past few years, I think against India also he did well. Back in Bangladesh 1 year back. So I think Mehdi Hassan Miras definitely has that experience, but not a huge fan of Mehdi batting at number three against top five teams. I think it's okay against Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, Netherlands, those kind of teams to actually play at number three. But I don't like this shuffling of the batting order by Bangladesh. So I think for me, I think Mehdi Hassan Mira is perfect at number seven for now. Until Shakib retires, then I think Mehdi can bat at number five or six. But it's okay for Mehdi to play and number three in the top order against Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, Netherlands, maybe even Pakistan, I would say, but not against the top five teams because he could get out for a lower score. I would rather utilize him in the lower middle order because that is where I think Bangladesh lacks a bit in terms of their batting abilities. Because that is why I'm surprised by Afif Hussain was being dropped. We didn't see much of
He's in
Tawhid
Asian
Hidroy.
Games.
That's what I'm a bit surprised why he's not been in the squad for Bangladesh. But I see why now they have too many batting options. Mahmudullah batting at eight, I don't understand that option. Also, Mahmudullah is a player who should be playing at number five or six. But it's okay. Mehdi Hassan Miras playing like this for today's match, but against top five teams like India, Australia, if they kind of shuffle the batting order like this, I think Bangladesh could lead to collapses for sure.
Yeah, but Pawan, when we talk about Shakib Al Hasan, his record in 2019 with a bat, with a ball, already Shakib has started performing 3 wickets in the first match, but target was very less. Uh, that's why I think it's okay. But in upcoming matches, Shakib Al Hasan performance will be very important. Do you think Pawan now Shakib should come at number 4? It's
Yeah,
time
I
for
think I think
Bangladesh.
I think anyways Shakib's place was number four. That's why I think today I think they were experimenting. It was a low target and that's why they made Mehdi Hassan Miras bat at three and then Shanto at number four. But ideally Shanto should come at three and Shakib should come at four and then Mushfiqur Rahim at five and then we can see Mahmudullah at six and then number seven is should be Mehdi Hassan Miras. That should be the order. But today because it was a low score, they wanted to experiment and then make Mehdi Hassan Miras bat at three, but usually Shakib's position is number four, and they should stick with it because Shakib Al Hassan, when we see his ICC records, also last World Cup, he had a fantastic World Cup, 600 runs or whatever in the last World Cup. So I think he is a player who can that's why I'm saying he's like the biggest legend of Bangladesh cricket. I think Shakib, Mushfiqur, I think these players, Mamdullah, they have contributed Bangladesh cricket in a big way, and that's why I think Bangladesh cricket fans also want to see them at least make it to the semi-finals this year because that team actually deserves to win a trophy, not even ICC trophy or whatever the team that they had because I don't think after Shakib and Mushfiqur Rahim and Mahmudullah retires, I don't see Bangladesh being that of a threat. I mean, yes, there is Litton Das, there is Mehdi Hassan Miras, but still, I think they might find it a bit difficult without players like Shakib because Shakib is one of a talent. I mean, the way that he bowled today, just after injury and picking 3 wickets, and strong Afghanistan batting order, by the way, they were scoring 300 against Sri Lanka. They most of the batters were in good form. Gurbaz, Nabi, Ibrahim Zadran, these players were doing well, and the way that Shakib bowled today was just brilliant, especially on a pitch in Hyderabad. I think it suited for the spinners a bit, but Shakib utilized that those conditions and did really well. So full credit should go to Shakib with the way that he bowled today.
Yes, of course. Okay, so what you will say to Afghanistan, Pavan? When we see in Asia Cup, Afghanistan players are making runs irrespective of pitches. But what happens to Afghanistan again? They are dependent on Gurbaz. What we see earlier, Afghanistan, they are playing like previous 1 2 years. No performance from Ibrahim Jadran, nothing from his captain. Even Rashid Khan is also looking so rusty, and one fast bowler shot. So what Afghanistan will do now?
I think Afghanistan today really didn't. I think they were put under pressure. I think by Shakib and Mehdi. I think from 83 for one, as we know, they collapsed to 156. I think yeah, they are a bit reliant on the opening pair, obviously Gurbas and Ibrahim Zadran to perform. That's why I think the middle order is a bit weak. Apart from Nabi, I don't see. I think Najibullah Zadran hasn't been scoring much runs. I think for a long time now, so he has to be performing. Shahidi, he depends on some other batsman to obviously perform. Otherwise, he won't perform. So that's why I think the middle order is a bit fragile for Afghanistan. They rely heavily on the top three to actually score runs, and that's a bit of a worry for Afghanistan because, that's why I said, especially, I mean, when it comes to chasers, Afghanistan, they really need to be concerned because especially against teams like India, um, I think Australia, I think they'll really struggle if they chase because their middle order is actually not stepping up. And even though batting first, I didn't see this kind of a performance from Afghanistan. Didn't expect this kind of performance. That's why I think a player like Guldadim Naib, I don't know why they have not picked him up in the first place because he could have batted, he could have even contributed the ball, could have picked up 2-3 wickets. I don't know why they left out Naib like that. It was a very cruel decision, and you are having players like Riaz Hassan in the squad or whatever, but they won't play a single match. Bring in some experience. Should have brought in a Karim Janat, Guldanim Naib without making them play in the Asian Games. I don't understand what sort of strategy that Afghanistan have gone in because they could have. I mean, Guldanim Naib could have easily done something with the bat at least for Afghanistan. So because Zadran is not in form, I'm seeing in the last few matches Zadran hasn't been performing well. Rama Shah, yes, he was performing well in the warm ups I saw, but he's not consistent. One innings he'll score 50, next innings he will score about 10 or 20. So that is the issue with Rama Shah. And Omar Sai, I'm not a huge fan. I know he can bat a bit and maybe bowl him, but he's just an ordinary number seven player. Would have rather had a Karim Janat who's a power hitter or even a Guldanim Naib who can contribute more with the balls. I like those kind of all rounders rather than Omar Sai. So when it comes to the playing 11 team selection wise, bit not satisfied, but I don't see much changes from Afghanistan still because when it comes to bowling attack also, I don't think they were tested much. So I think and Navin Al Haq has to be added in the playing 11, seeing how Afghanistan performed in the Asia Cup. Especially their second seaming option was a weakness. So I think Naveen is very crucial in this team, in my opinion. Even though he's retiring from Moidia, is after the World Cup. I think for the World Cup, at least they should have Naveen.
Yes, of course. So, Pavan, let's talk about South Africa versus Sri Lanka. But before that, Pavan, do you expect this type of match, especially in Kotla? So many records are broken today. So many records are made.
I'm not. I mean, good. It's that records are broken, but would have liked if the pitch was a bit, towards the bowlers as well. Just seeing batting, broken swing record like that. It's not competitive. It's just like one-sided. If you are batting, if a batting collapse happens, the bowlers. So not much credit to the bowlers. Not much offering to the bowlers after the power play. We saw that in both innings, especially in the South African innings, first innings bowlers had the advantage in the power play to pick up wickets. Radit only got 1 wicket. That's why I said if we got one more wicket, two more wickets in that power play, South Africa would have been in trouble, but they didn't. And that's where Quinton de Kock and Rasivan Doosan brought the experience and then put up a big, massive partnership. So credit should go to them. I think Quinton de Kock, as I said, he has plenty of experience in IPL and even in South Africa and I mean playing in the IPL and playing for South Africa in India for many years. So Quinton brought that experience into play, and then Rasivan Doosan, brilliant player. I mean, outstanding the way that he attacked Sri Lankan batters, so that bowlers, so that those two the partnership was key, and then Aidan Markram just changed the game completely because I thought at one stage South Africa will only settle for 300, but with the way that Markram put South Africa to 428, I think that was a winning total. If it was 350, I think Sri Lanka had a chance because psychologically, I think I think Mendes would have approached it a bit different. I think 350, if Sri Lanka restricted South Africa to 350, I think Sri Lanka had a chance to chase it. But beyond 350 plus, it's a bit hard for Sri Lanka to obviously chase. But good fight shown by Sri Lanka, but I just think South Africa top order batters were just too good today.
Yes. Okay. So, Pavan, I think you will definitely agree with this statement also. Don't you think, Pavan, that already Sri Lanka knows that no Chamira, no Hasranga, already their fast bowlers are not good? Why don't you try Chabika Karnaratne, who can bat and bowl as well? He's a good fast bowler. Don't you think that Chamika Karnaratne should not be in a travelling reserve? He should be in a 15.
Maybe he could have been in the 15, but then in whose place would you put him into? Because I don't think
Means
Lahir
I think,
Kumara can be dropped, even though, I mean, he's playing. And then Dushan Hemant, I think we need that extra spinner in pitches like Chennai, Hyderabad. I think a spinner like, because I don't know, like the thing is that Sri Lanka cricket, they're planning to bring in Chamir at some stage. I don't know who is going to, because usually someone has to get injured usually for a player to come in. So I think they're trying to bring in Chamira and Hasaranga and fake something and do something. I don't know what Sri Lanka cricket will do if we continue to lose matches. So let's see on that. But Chamika, yeah, maybe it could have been the 15, but I don't know in whose place that he can come in. That's the problem in the team wise. I think it's already settled, the team. I think DDS form is a bit of a concern, but then DDS is the second spinner that they have. So that is the problem. If Hasaranga was there, maybe they could have included Chamika in the play, in the squad. But without Hasaranga, you need DDS in the team, and I think DDS also provides with the bowling. My question is, I don't know why Shanaka is not bowling his 10 overs. That's the biggest problem for me. Okay, he 6 overs. He's considered 36 runs. His economy is 6, and he's letting Radhika and Madhushankar bowl at the death. Okay, fair enough. But then Shanaka should have bowled in the middle overs and at least complete his 10 overs. Who knows? It wouldn't have been 428. It would have been maybe 370, 380 if Shanaka was bowling, and this match should have been different. And then the fielding was very poor from Sri Lanka. By the
yes.
way, seen the comparison, South Africa, the way that Markram fielded, and I know that one or two drop catches were there from South Africa as well in their point, but still, Sri Lanka's fielding was unacceptable. Nisanka, he dropped a catch of Van the Dusan, if I'm not mistaken. If he didn't drop that catch, 50 or 60 runs less from the South Africa total. So that kind of fielding is unacceptable from Sri Lanka. I think fielding only sets, the tempo of how Sri Lanka plays, and that wasn't there at all today. And seeing how South Africa fielded, especially in the power play, especially restricting the runs, South Africa was scoring twos, threes very easily, whereas Sri Lanka were unable to score because of the way that the South African fielders fielded today. So I think that's a negative point, I would say, of Sri Lanka today.
Yes, and if we talk about South Africa, there was only Aden Markram who made an impact and that make a score of difference of 100 runs. That is target for Sri Lanka. The difference is created by only Miller and Markram. The way Markram played, that was really great. And one of the record in World Cup, that fastest 100 in World Cup history. So this comes from Markram. That is great. But Pavan, I have to say that Sri Lanka has potential. He can bat. He has the ability to score. But Pavan, what do you think that same kind of pitch will be there entire World Cup, or in mid World Cup there will be something for bowlers, spinners?
I think in middle of the World Cup there'll be something for the spinners, because obviously used pitches I think will come into play. These are all fresh pitches in all the grounds in India. So when it comes to mid stage, I think it will be much of a used pitches in certain grounds. I think then I think spin will come to play, and especially in Wankhede, I think when teams will go and play over there, I think and even Chennai, I think Chennai tomorrow, I think going to be definitely for spinners tomorrow. I would feel Zampa, Ashwin, Jadeja, they'll all come into play tomorrow. So it depends on the conditions. But yeah, not satisfied with how the pitch played today. I know records were broken, runs, but we don't want to see that in every match, because we want to see something from the bowlers as well, something from the bowlers' point of view as well. If a bit of
Yes.
grass was there for the in the pitch, I think bowlers would have been more. They would have taken more wickets in the middle overs. I think that is where I think after the power play, bowlers have no chance at all. We saw in both innings, and there was nothing to offer for the bowlers except for Maharaj in the second innings, because of dew and with the turn of the assistants with the moisture. I think Maharaj got some turn, but there's nothing for the bowlers. So that's what I think. If they can put a bit of grass on the pitches, I think it won't be high scoring as this. But good that today it was a high scoring match. But for the India versus Afghanistan coming up in Delhi, would like to see something competitive in the pitch rather than just batting dominated in both the innings.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Pavan, if you get some opportunity to provide message to one of the player like Kushal Pereira, so what message you will deliver to him? Because we know the intent of Kushal Pereira. He is an aggressive batsman, but unable to play. And this was a good pitch. Actually, under lights, batting was quite easy. What Kushal Mendes have showed. Same time, Kushal Mendes is hitting sixes, three sixes in over. Then, uh, despite of whether Rabada is bowling, Coetzee is bowling, Spinner is bowling, but he smashes sixes. But what happens to Kushal Pereira suddenly? So, how you will motivate Pavan if you get opportunity to send some message to Kushal Pereira?
I think confidence is key. I think that is the thing. I think that's what Kusal Mendes showed, the aggression. We didn't see that aggression from Kusal Pereira today. I think he let the bowlers dominate over him, especially Marco Jansen and all. I think the angle that Marco Jansen bowled also, I think that was a bit difficult for Kusal Mendes to play to the line or whatever. So I think confidence is key. I think match practice. That's why I wasn't a big fan actually. Kusal Pereira coming into the squad immediately in the Asia Cup because he was coming straight after injury and after a shoulder injury, and you cannot expect straight away performances from Kusal Pereira. So it takes time. So he needs match practice. That is for sure. That's why I would have instead of Dimuth Karuratna, I would have rather had Avishka Fernando in the squad because you see the aggression. I mean, Avishka Fernando in the last World Cup also performed brilliantly in certain matches, especially against England and all. And if Kusal Pereira is struggling like this, I would have rather had Avishka Fernando in the team because you need some aggression in the opening order because you cannot always depend on number three, number four to always score runs or whatever. The openers need to set a platform for the number three and number four to perform. So I didn't see that at all from Nisanko, Kusal Pereira today, let Marco Jansen. I think Nisanka's delivery, it was a good one from Marco Jansen, that I have to agree. But Kusal Pereira should have showed some more intent. I would feel a bit disappointed with the way that Kusal Pereira played today. But hopefully against Pakistan, with the way that he performed in the Asia Cup against Shaheen Shah Afridi and Haris Rauf, I hope he can bring that same intent against Pakistan. With the way that the other batsmen performed today, especially Kusal Mendes, Charita Salanka, and a bit of Shanak as well. I hope that also can be transferred to Kusal Pereira as well in the upcoming match. So I think confidence is key. If I had to send a message to him, I think I would say be confident. Don't let the bowlers dominate over you. Try to be aggressive as possible in the first 10 overs and give Sri Lanka a good start, and then let the middle order also get confidence and also build up over there. So that's it, I would say.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so Pawan, against Pakistan, you are playing in Hyderabad, a similar type of condition. There will be something for spin. Apart from Tikshana, you expect any change in Sri Lankan lineup? Or you will try Karuna
Uh,
Ratne?
Maybe I think no. Karunathna I don't think will come into play, but I think Kumara might come in the playing 11. I see because especially Hyderabad, I think Pakistan batsman will struggle a bit of Kumara's pace. I know he might concede runs, but he'll pick up wickets. I feel in the pitch where Bangladesh played against Afghanistan. Also, I feel like a Kumara will likely play, and I think DDS will perform much better than today. I think especially that's why I think again toss will come into play again. I think very key, especially in night conditions. If Sri Lanka can, I think in Hyderabad, I feel spin will come into play. So I don't think DDS will concede this much of runs like today because there was nothing offered for spin in the first innings. Once Dew came and Moisture came, only Maharaj got the turn and all. So I think Kumara should come in. I think for Patirana, I think Patirana, yeah, he might have a unique action or whatever, but I think inexperience is building on him and he's not been utilized properly at all. And then he's bowling just one dimension, just one length. He's bowling full length or he's bowling full toss and letting batters to struggles smack from him. So I think Kumara should come in for Patirana. I won't drop Radhika just because of today's performance. I think he is very keen the power play. He can pick up wickets. So I think Kumara can do the same also. So I think Tikshana and Kumara coming in, I would feel for the next match. I won't change the batting order for sure.
Okay. Okay, let's see what will happen.
Because I think
Okay.
Pakistan batters also know how to read Patirana
I
very well. I've seen that in the Asia Cup and all, the way that Pakistan batters, especially Baba and Rizwan, they just target Patirana. So I think it's better to have a Kumara who's more experienced and who knows to tackle these Pakistan batters, especially with aggression. He has that aggressive mindset. So I would feel that he is needed much in the team than Patirana against Pakistan. It's just a matchup, I would feel. So I would bring in Kumara for that match.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's start with India versus Australia before starting the discussion. So, Pavan, well, you are studying in Australia in the college. You get any friend who is a cricket lover talking about Australian team?
Yeah,
Anyone?
yeah, I have several friends. Yeah, I have Niche, yeah, from the sorry, Tanish from the sports talkies group, and then few other friends as well. Not much hype in Australia because I think Australia have already won 5 World Cups. But let's see tomorrow how it is. I have to go and see tomorrow in the city area how they're playing. Not much in the suburbs here, but in the city, let's see how. I think there will be a turnout for sure. But to watch the match, but in pubs and all. But let's see. I mean, Australia, I think they're coming with a good squad. My only negative about Australia is that they've only gone with one specialist spinner with Zampa. I think that's a very
Yes,
weak point in my opinion because I don't see like Maxwell bowling 10 overs in all 10 matches. I don't know. He's coming after an injury as well. He's coming after a knee injury or whatever. And he's have a shoulder injury, knee injury. I don't know how he's going to bowl. Because most of these pitchers are going to be spin turners, and Maxwell is expected to bowl 10 overs just like DDS. But I don't know with Maxwell's fitness, with his batting ability and all, whether he can sustain bowling 10 overs in most of the matches. So that's my concern when it comes to the Australian second spinner. And without and Manas Abushang also, I don't know much about his bowling as well. So that's a weakness I would feel in that Australian team. Would have rather had a Tanvir Sangar or even maybe a Swepson in the team or even a Kunaman. You never know. Or Nathan Lyon also could have been useful in this ODI World Cup. I think experience counts. You never know what Nathan Lyon can do in this team, in this playing 11. But Australia like to always go with this Cummins, Stark, and Hazelwood attack. But I would rather have liked if Lion played. That's I think the question of Cummins in that playing 11 comes into play. I would feel because he's captain, he's obviously made to play, but actually. Australia, they would have rather liked a second spinner in these Indian conditions over a fast bowler. But it depends though. I think but coming to tomorrow's match, I think batting wise, I think Australia are very strong. I think especially Warner, Marsh are in good form, Labushang is in good form. My only concern is now that the middle order after Maxwell, I don't know, number 6 and number 7 has been a bit of a concern. I actually see Josh English playing tomorrow. Actually, with how he played in the warm up matches, I think he can be preferred over Alex Carey. Alex Carey hasn't been performing much in the recent matches. What I've been observing, he's been struggling to score runs. And Josh English in the warm up matches itself made a huge impact. We cannot judge from warm up matches itself how batters are performing. I don't know what Australia will do, but I see like Josh English is coming into some kind of form. And then the number 6 between Marcus Stoinis and Cameron Green is going to be very interesting because Stoinis will contribute with the ball. I know Stoinis will somehow pick up wickets or whatever, but Cameron Green has been leaking a lot of runs in recent. He's good with the bat for sure. He's very handy with the bat, Cameron Green. But that number 6 a bit of a dilemma because I think Marcus Stoinis is also injured, kind of injured for tomorrow's match. I don't know whether he'll play or not. They're saying that he's not going to play tomorrow. Is what I'm hearing from Australia cricket news or whatever, like checking on Twitter and all, like Stoinis is not available tomorrow. So in that case, Green will have to play. So if Green is playing, I hope Australia don't give all 10 overs to Green. If they do, I'm fearing that India might target him and they'll score 350 plus. So that's a bit of a concern. I would say I think Green could be a weak link in this for Australia in their playing 11, according to me.
yeah, of course. Okay. So now let's come to Team India. Of course, India versus Australia. Recently in 2023 March, Australia beat India, and that was the good performance from Jampa actually. But Pavan, do you think there will be a scoring pitch? Ideally, what is the pitch report as of now? That batting first team will be more advantage. They can score 300. But when it comes to second innings, pitch will be very slow. So spinners will come into play. But Pavan, what we see, same type of pitch we are expecting in Kotla also. So do you think in Chennai there will be a flat track? We can expect 320.
Not necessarily a flat track. I think 300 plus is possible, but I think spinners will come into play definitely in the second innings. So I think batting first would be ideal on that pitch in Chennai. I would feel putting a 300 plus because I think second innings wise, I think with the dew. and with the spinners coming to play, I think they will struggle first. So I think either team would like to bat first, obviously, in a pitch like Chennai, try to score the runs, put the pressure on the opposition, just like how we saw in both matches. But you never know. I mean, the Australian attack, I think they would not mind. I mean, they wouldn't mind either batting first or bowling first, because I think especially Stark, Cummins, Hazelwood, especially Stark and Hazelwood in that pitch in Chennai, I think they would be a threat, especially with Shubman Gill not playing tomorrow. I think due to fever, I think that's also going to be issue for India tomorrow. I think likely Ishan Kishan or KL Rahul will be opening tomorrow, so that would be a test for whoever's coming. And then I know that Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli have good records against Australia, but with the caliber of Stark and Hazelwood, you never know. With this Australian bowling lineup, it's very lethal, even though the spin attack is a bit weak, apart from Zampa, but still I think the fast bowlers can pick up wickets in the power play. And if India loses too many wickets in the power play tomorrow, and if Gill doesn't play, I think it would be very difficult. And especially with Hardik not scoring much runs before the World Cup, Jadeja not in good form with the bat as well. I think it would be a good test for India tomorrow.
Yeah, of course. But Shubman Gill, no Shubman Gill tomorrow. This is a big concern, but it's okay. When it comes to dengue, it is a very really serious disease where people not be able to walk within 1 week. So
Yeah.
let's see.
Even I
Hopefully, he
read
will
it.
play.
So
Yeah,
yeah, so I think that's why I would rather play Surya Kumar Yadav tomorrow against Australia, because he knows the Australian attack really well, and he could attack Zampa as well, especially in a ground like Chennai. I think Surya Kumar Yadav's innovative shots will help him, and it will boost his confidence as well. So I rather would open KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma tomorrow and play Surya Kumar Yadav at number 5, because he will add a different flavor to that middle order. He will give some runs, and he knows the Australian attack here really well. We saw that in the recent series against Australia, how Surya Kumar Yadav played in two matches. So we know his caliber. We know that he's coming back to form. So I think Surya Kumar Yadav will definitely be a big boost for India if he can play at number 5. He can definitely cover up, in that middle order of the innings that KL Rahul usually plays, and KL Rahul should open, in my opinion, and should keep, rather than having a left hand, right hand. I think KL Rahul opening and Surya Kumar Yadav coming at number 5 would be more sensible, because I think Ishan Kishan would lose his wicket, if especially against Stark or Hazelwood. If he opens tomorrow, I feel like it wouldn't be ideal according to me. I think KL Rahul, he's open in many innings in ODI, so I think that experience will help KL Rahul to perform well if he opens. He gets an opportunity to open rather than Ishan Kishan, in my opinion.
yeah, okay. So uh, no favor for Ishan Kishan. I don't know why everyone is disregarding his records. His while opening, he is good records in 2023. Average is good, above
Yeah,
70.
but
But
I know that Kunal, but still, I think KL Rahul has more. He has played more innings, plus he has more experience also while opening. I think that will come into play. And then Surya Kumar Yadav at number 5, if that would be a big boost, I think, in that Indian middle order, especially because Jadeja is not scoring runs. Hardik also would like a player like Surya Kumar Yadav to bat alongside, and then both of them can put up a partnership if India gets early wickets out, because Shreyas Iyer is also coming after injury. Then Hardik Pandya is also not coming into good form. So player like Surya Kumar Yadav, he can change the innings. Who you never know about Surya Kumar Yadav. That's his ability. One innings, he can change it. And I think if he plays tomorrow, if he gets that opportunity, I think he'll grab it for sure. Surya Kumar Yadav is that kind of player. People might be saying stuff like he got 3 ducks in the Australian series. It happens to any player. It has happened to Sachin also. He struggled in some phase. It has happened to Ponting as well. So just because of one series doesn't mean Surya Kumar Yadav is not a good player. I highly regard. I think Surya Kumar Yadav is a very much quality player in limited overs. Even in ODIs, I would say Surya Kumar Yadav is a quality player. So because Shubman Gill is not playing tomorrow, I would like to see Surya Kumar Yadav batting in the middle order, and then promoting KL Rahul to open with Rohit. I think that will be a good boost for Rohit Sharma as well. Two captains. KL Rahul also captaining in IPL franchise. He also knows the experience. He knows how to tackle Stark and Cummins. Rather having a left hander, because Hazelwood Cummins with their swing, in swingers or whatever, I think Ishan Kishan will be trouble for sure and will get out early. So I think having two right-handers tomorrow, especially against Stark, because Rohit Sharma has lot of confidence against Stark. He knows how to tackle Stark. I think KL Rahul also has that same intent. I think KL Rahul is in good form batting at middle order, and it doesn't matter him batting in the opening or number five. I think he will do the same contribution. So I feel like going with a KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma opening pair would be good, even though Kishan has good stats this year.
Yeah. But according to Rohit Sharma press conference, he is saying that when Hardik Pandya is playing, there is liberty to use three spinners. But suppose Pawan, if condition is little bit different, there will be very less spin combination. Might be they will try not to play one spinner less. Maybe might be they will put Kuldeep Yadav out of the playing 11. That is
Not
possibility is very
happening.
less. But I'm asking about three fast bowlers. Suppose in any match, not tomorrow, in any match, if I want Shami, Shami, uh, Bumrah and Siraj should play together. You agree with it? Can we do this or
Yeah, it's
Shardul is
it's
great?
possible. It's possible. That's why I think Ashwin won't play all matches. I'm telling he's only brought in for pitchers like in Chennai, Hyderabad,
Delhi.
maybe Delhi, yes, or maybe even
India have
Lucknow
no
at
matches in
times.
Hyderabad.
Yeah, so those matches I think Ashwin will play. So that's why I think Ashwin will play about five matches, and then I think Shami will play five matches. So that's how it's going to happen. I think all three is going to be possible for sure. Siraj, Shami, and Bumrah, but
I
not
guess
tomorrow for
Ashwin
sure.
can't play in Bangalore. He can play in Dharamshala. He can play in Mumbai, Pune, Chennai,
No,
Delhi.
I don't think Ashwin will play all the matches. If it's offering a bit of spin, like tomorrow, obviously in Chennai, he has the experience, so he'll play for sure. Certain pitches, he will definitely play. Dharmashala, Chennai, Hyderabad, I think those pitches. But then in other pitches, I think Shami also will come to play if it's flat tracks, like today's match, maybe in Delhi. Like them both teams going for extra spin. I know I'm in space, even though Maharaj got some turn. Like in those pitches, I think Shami will come very handy, especially in flat tracks, especially second innings with the in swingers that he can get in the power play. I think he's a power play bowler, so he'll get wickets. So I think in those kind of matches, I think Shami will come. So tomorrow, definitely, I don't see Shami playing, but in future matches, I think he will definitely play.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so mass prediction will be different. So I'm talking about some battles, interesting battles. Kuldeep Yadav versus Adam Zampa. So Pawan, who is going to be more impactful bowler tomorrow?
I am actually leaning towards Zampa because I think Zampa with his googlies, his leg breaks or whatever, I think with how he's performed recently, I think Zampa, I know Kuldeep is a world class bowler, I know that for sure. But I just think Zampa with his experience, with the way that he will trouble the Indian middle order, I think Zampa will pick up more wickets than Kuldeep tomorrow, I feel. Because the Australian middle order, they know how to read Kuldeep well, even though he's a Chinaman bowler. I think they know how to tackle Kuldeep with rotating strikes. So I just think that Zampa will edge Kuldeep tomorrow in that battle.
Okay, Hardik Pandya versus Glenn Maxwell.
Tough one over here, but I think Hardik might win over this battle. I think Hardik will come into play tomorrow, especially with the bowling. I think Hardik Pandya will pick up some wickets. I don't see Maxwell making a
But
huge
Pawan,
impact
Maxwell
with
has
the.
taken 4 wickets recently against India.
I know that, but tomorrow I just think Indian batters know how to play against spin. I think Zampa will come very handy tomorrow, but I don't see Maxwell picking up so much wickets compared to Hardik. And
Already,
I
Australia has one spinner shot. Might be Maxwell will bowl all 10 overs.
yeah, I know that, but still, I just think like Hardik will definitely perform with the bat. I just have a feeling like Hardik, it's gonna be his day tomorrow. I feel like he will score maybe a 40 or 50 tomorrow, and Maxwell fails with the bat. I just see that happening tomorrow. So I'm actually leaning towards Hardik over Maxwell, even though Maxwell has been performing in the last few matches. I know that, but I think Hardik will show up tomorrow.
Yeah, there's another typical battle: Smith versus Kohli. Who is going to perform?
Tough one here, but I think Virat Kohli. I think especially with his recent form, I think Virat Kohli is really doing well, especially with the bat. I think Smith is also in good form. I would say it's a very tough question to answer actually, but I think Kohli with his recent form, with how much aggression he how he's been scoring hundreds in the recent few months. I think Kohli will come handy because he knows how he has a good record against Australia, especially against Stark. Hazelwood, he has a very good record, and especially with his strike rate. So I think Kohli will definitely contribute with the runs tomorrow more than Smith, according to me.
Yeah. Okay.
I would rather say see Mittelmarsh and David Warner doing better than Smith tomorrow, especially in the opening pair against India. I feel.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, Another battle is Stark versus Bumrah. Who will bowl more Yorkers if required?
Yorkers, tough one. I think it's
Because
going to be
when it's
Bumrah.
come
I
to
think
World
it's going
Cup,
to be
Stark
Bumrah.
is dangerous. When
I
it
know
comes to
Stark is
World Cup.
dangerous, but I think Stark will bowl more full length deliveries. He'll try to swing the ball in the first 10 overs. I see Bumrah bowling more Yorkers, especially towards the death. I know both of them bowl more Yorkers, but I just see Indian batters trying to attack Stark, and then he might not bowl Yorkers because Stark is especially good when against lower middle order and the bowlers only. He tries to bowl Yorkers. He doesn't attempt that to the top five batters because especially if they try to attack Stark, then he loses confidence. So I think Bumrah will bowl more Yorkers, according to me.
Okay, and interesting comment here. Smith is selfless and Kohli is selfish. Okay, good.
Kohli, I don't think he's selfish. I mean, in the field, yes, at times he shows that selfishness, but when it comes to his batting, I don't think he is being selfish. I know Smith is a different class act player in the field, especially when he's captain. He knows his tactics very well. He's a very calm, cool guy, whereas Virat is very aggressive, angry at times. Yeah, when it comes to that, yes, you can say Kohli is selfish, but when it comes to batting wise, I think Kohli rotates strike well. He gives other batters an opportunity, obviously, for them also to perform while he's been non-striker. So I don't think Kohli is selfish, but he doesn't check on records. I don't think Kohli is a player who goes for records and checks. He rather would like the team to win first rather than checking on his own records. So that's how Kohli is, and that's why he has 46 ODI centuries or 47 at the moment. So that's how good of a player he is. So I think with his form, I think Kohli will make a huge impact in this ODI World Cup.
Yeah, Pawan, one more question. When we see Steve Smith, unorthodox batsman, means he's not that type of normal batsman. His instances when he is coming to bat looks so funny, but still, Pawan, he has good record, good career. He was coming as a leg spinner, but finally he got a good career as a batsman. Don't you think that he is very lucky? Means it
I
is
mean, lucky
very
means
rare.
he has the talent. I mean, Steve Smith, I think, yeah, he came as a leg spinner. I know that, but then I think he had these batting capabilities even when he was a leg spinner. So I think that's his hard work and dedication. I think that is you have to appreciate that from Steve Smith. I think that's what even Kohli has: hard work, determination. I don't think Steve Smith had the talent, but he worked really hard to obviously improve in his batting, and now he's one of the best test batters. I think test wise, I don't think you can compare with Smith. I don't think there's any other good better than Smith in test cricket. I don't think even you can compare Virat Kohli and Steve Smith in test because Steve Smith is that good, especially defensively. I don't think there's a better than Smith. I mean, nowadays, except for Root, I would say Joe Root. But and Steve Smith is a class act. That's for sure. I know that. But yeah, I think you need to give credit for Steve Smith. I think him working hard to try to be a better, especially when he lost his place after being a leg spinner. So that's commitment from Smith. So you need to give that to Smith, and now he's one of the best batters for Australia also, and he's a good leader also. Unfortunately, he can't lead Team Australia. If he led, I think Australia would have definitely won a World Cup under Smith. I'm telling, rather than Cummins, I feel Steve Smith is a brilliant batsman, and Australia could have afforded to drop Cummins also in their playing 11 and brought in extra spinner also if Cummins wasn't captain. So that's very unfortunate. This sandpaper investigation, I think 5 years into now, but I still think like Steve Smith could have captained this Team Australia. I think Team Australia could have won the World Cup for sure with Steve Smith. I'm 100% sure.
Okay, okay, Pawan, what was your reaction when you see in second ODI India versus Australia? Warner was playing as a right-hand batsman against R. Ashwin,
Ashwin,
and
yeah.
his matches over also.
That's a good tactic actually from Bonner, because he knows the strength of Ashwin against left-handed batters. So that's a good tactic. That's a good what do I say?
But
Good
he got
thinking
dismissed
from
also,
Bonner.
reverse sweep.
Yeah, he might have got dismissed, but then he scored boundaries also. But that's good from that's innovative from Bonner actually, because he can bat right-handed. We have seen a couple of times Bonner can bat right-handed as well, and against Ashwin, he's using that matchup that Ashwin has that advantage over left hand. Still, Ashwin won that battle. Yes, I know that, but still, that's a good innovative tactic from Warner. Who knows? It might work in the next match from Warner. So that's good thinking from Warner. He knows Ashwin will definitely bring the flight of delivery towards left-handers. He's very successful against left-handers. He knows that Warner, and that's why he changed as a right-hander. So that's good. That's good that he can bat both dimensionally. So that's a good advantage for Warner. Even though he got dismissed, I know, playing a reverse sweep or whatever. Still, I think that's a good thinking from Warner, I would feel.
Yeah, let's see. But IPL experience will definitely help Warner for Australian campaign, no doubt. So now let's come to another topic, Pavan. There is not only the every time you are ready to debate about this topic, but this is a trending topic as of now. So today, finally, Asian Games over, and Pakistan not be able to pick from women's also, men's also, no medal. But Pawan, when I have a debate with Pakistan journalist and any other, everyone is saying that Pakistan future is going to the dark. They are just repeating same players. So what do you think, Pawan, about the Pakistan future? Already they have good players in Asian Games, but no single medal from women also, men's also, and we see against Netherlands also. They were around of losing the match, but the bowlers came and they win it. So how you
Yeah.
see in this World Cup and future of Pakistan?
I think you need to give a couple of time for the Pakistan team to settle. Even Baba, Rizwan, when they first came in the team, also they were unknown as well, and we didn't know much of their talents also before they came into the international stage. So I think there are good players coming up. I think Kasim Akram, I think was the captain of the Pakistan team in the Asian Games. I know Pakistan didn't win any medal. I think. I think they had a very what do you say? They had a rookie team. I think apart from one or two senior players, I think just like Sri Lanka, Pakistan also had a very rookie team. So I think you need to give them a couple of years. I think for them to do well. Yeah, I think I don't. I think Baba and Rizwan, anyways, they're in 28, 32, both of them. So I think there is a couple of years for this current set of Pakistan players to leave, and then Shine Shafri is still 23 or 25 or whatever. I don't know this age crowds in Pakistan, but I think they can play for a long time. So, anyways, this current set of Pakistan players are young, anyways. So, they will play for some years. And when it comes to the future of Pakistan, yes, it's a bit of a concern, I would feel, but they have the talent, they have the capability of doing well in the future as well. But I think that will take some time, I would feel. After Baba, Rizwan, Shaheen Shah, when they retire, and the next set of Pakistan. Anyways, Pakistan, their fast bowlers, I don't think that will lack for sure. Even if Shaheen Shah Afridi, Haris Rauf, once they call off, I think there'll be a new set of fast bowlers that will do well.
Yeah,
But I'm not sure in
Arshad
the
Iqbal, Asnain.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes, there's good, what do I say, potential for this Pakistan bowler, Shahnawaz Dani. Um, those kind of bowlers are there who are good, who have potential to do well. But the batters only is a bit of a concern for me. That is where they struggle a bit. That's where we have seen the openers, especially. I think there is some good talent coming out. Mohammad Haris, I think very good player, 23 years. I think he has a big future, I think, for Pakistan cricket. I don't know why. I mean, right now, Fakhar Zaman is not in good form. I would rather see a Mohammad Haris playing. I think he has huge potential, I would feel, in the future. So I think even Kasim Akram, I think, has a good future. I saw him in the Under 19 World Cup, the way that he played well. I think even Omar also, the opening batter, I think he also has some potential as well. So I think you need to give a couple of years for Pakistan in terms of future to perform. I don't think they'll make a huge impact, but Bangladesh deserve that bronze medal. I think that most of these Bangladesh players, they were from the under 19 setup. That's why I think Bangladesh future might be a bit daunting, especially with Shakib and Mushfika retiring or whatever. But they have potential as well to do well in the future. But let's see. I cannot judge like that. But yeah, that's how it is. Yes.
Yeah, let's see. So hope for a good match, India versus Australia, and I hope Pavan you will also enjoy with your friends, especially.
Yeah, yeah. But anyways, just want to say one point as well about Asian Games. I think Afghanistan. I think they came with a very much senior team and whatever. And no one's pointing out about how Afghanistan have performed, but they didn't have. I mean, Afghanistan, they didn't have much youth players. I mean, much under 23 players playing in this Asian Games. When you see Pakistan, Sri Lanka, even India, they have gone with plenty of uncapped players, but Afghanistan have gone with many senior players. No one's pointing it out, especially when they beat Sri Lanka and Pakistan, especially players like Mohammad Shahzad, Qais Ahmed, Noor Ali Zadran, then Guldanim Daib. All these players have been playing for a couple of years for Afghanistan senior team, and they're playing for Asian Games. So nobody's pointing out these kind of players who have played for Afghanistan. They played for a long time, and that's how they managed to get a silver medal, playing with a team that has been out of the World Cup squad and has played. Sri Lanka could have easily done that by playing maybe Matthews, Tisara Pereira, several players, Milinda Silivardana, fast bowlers when it comes. They have played Asita Fernando, Vishwa, but we all send them to County or either of them up still practicing. We could have gone with them, but we wanted to test it with uncapped team. We gave debut for 7 players, and that's why we nearly beat Afghanistan as well. So we showed that fight, but we have to also understand that Afghanistan have gone with a senior team, and that's why they have got a silver medal in the Asian Games. Yeah.
Yes, but we have to say this. This is all about the management by the boards. Actually, for if we talk about India, Sri Lanka, Australia, they have a second string team, even second, third, fourth string. They can make a four playing 11 at the same time. They have type of. But when we talk about New Zealand, New Zealand is also suffering the same problem. Just likewise from Afghanistan too. So yeah, there are few
I don't think
countries.
New Zealand suffering that much. I think New Zealand have a second playing 11 if Kane Williamson and all,
Yeah, second. Yes,
Seeing
of
how Ratin
course.
Ravindra and all are playing right now, and then Chad Bowes, Tim Seifert, these kind of players, even Martin Guptill not in the ODI squad, Nathan Astor, there are plenty of players over there, Lockie Ferguson being benched, plenty of players who can cover up for New Zealand. We saw that in the New Zealand versus Pakistan series when Lockie Ferguson had to captain, and several players, Adam Mill not in the squad. So they have a second playing 11, I would feel, and if they have any sort of games for New Zealand or whatever, I think they have a second playing 11 to go with. In my opinion, they're still strong. I would feel the New Zealand, the upcoming players for New Zealand, I would feel.
Yeah, Pavan. So your views finally in Asian Games cricket is added, and it is planning that there must be added in Commonwealth and Olympic as well. So how you see the cricket will grow on in future?
Yeah, I think Olympics, I'm not sure whether they're going to play in 2028. I think 2032 is their target, I think, because it's in Australia, whatever, the Olympics in 2032. So I think by then, I think cricket might be there, I would feel. I don't think 2028 because it's in USA. I don't see cricket coming in, even though they're saying reports that it's coming. But I think ICC is planning on 2032 actually when it comes to Olympics, and I think cricket should grow because cricket is the second most popular game in the world after football. So I think cricket deserves to have a place in Olympics and Commonwealth Games, and with the large following base in Asia, especially India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, where the majority of the population is in Asia, and India also going to be. I think they are already the most populated country in the world. So think when it comes to when a large mass of people are watching cricket, I think cricket should be added to Olympics, seeing the world population, seeing Australia, India, England, these sort of countries playing, South Africa, New Zealand playing in Sri Lanka, these sort of nations playing in, um, cricket right now. And with future of ICC also, teams like Netherlands, New USA, we are seeing next year in the 2020 World Cup, 20 teams are taking part in the 2020 World Cup in 2024. So I think that tournament itself will make a boost Olympics should be added in future in cricket. Definitely in the 2020 edition, at least I think cricket should be there. Because I'm not a huge fan of T10. I don't think T10 should come into Olympics or Commonwealth Games, and that should be T20 should be the format because you need at least 20 overs for any team, I think, to perform. T10 is just too quick. T10 is just too quick. Just
Yes.
2 hours it lasts. No one's gonna watch. Either they'll watch, they're not gonna be bothered. And there's nothing with 10 overs. You need at least 20 overs for some competitive cricket to at least happen. So I think 2020 cricket should be added. I would feel for Olympics, but let's hope they can do that within 8 or 9 years time.
Yeah, Pavan, there is one comment he's asking Australia playing 11. So, according to you, what should be a good playing 11 for Australia tomorrow?
I think David Warner and Mitchell Marsh will open. Number three, definitely Steve Smith. Number four, Manas Labuschagne. Number five, Glenn Maxwell. Number six, I'm not sure about Marcus Stoiner's fitness. In case if he's not playing,
Almost out. He's almost
yeah.
out.
So then I think Cameron Green will play at six. Number seven, I think.
Don't you put English or carry lefty
Uh,
righty
uh,
comp?
Cameron, I think Cameron Green playing at six, I think that will help him to boost his batting. I'd rather have a Josh English coming at number seven. Carry so English at seven. I don't know what Australian management will do tomorrow. I prefer English over Carry, but I think Australia Cricket Board, I mean Andrew McDonald, he'll go with Alex Carey because he's the experienced keeper. But I don't know. But English is in good form right now, so I prefer English. And then obviously Cummins, Stark, Hazelwood, and Zampa. That's going to be the playing 11.
Yeah, I'm saying, Pavan, that I'm not a fan of Green batting in middle order. I'm saying that suppose if we put English
But
and carry
but
in playing,
anyways, Kunal, I don't think Green will contribute with the ball either way. So he has to
yeah,
contribute with the bat. So I think Green batting at six, I think that's ideal. He's been playing that role for Mumbai Indians also whenever in 2020. I know it's a different format, but still, I think that pressure situation, I think he should know to play in the middle order and play as a finisher. So I think number six, he has to play that role like what Hardik Pandya does for India. There is no doubt. So I think that will take time anyways for Green to perform. You need some time because he's still 23. He just came into the playing 11 of Australia. You need to give some time for Green to perform. All of a sudden, you just 1 year, you can't expect Green to perform. So he needs to be given that number six position. He needs to give that role, and the keeper should play at number seven because English and Carey, or either of them, I think they'll score quick runs. So I think Green has a future in Australia cricket, so he has to be given that added responsibility. So he should play at number six, according to me. Because anyways, if Stoinis was in that team, he would have played at number six. So I think that role Green also should be able to do that.
yeah, of course. So guys, let's enjoy the game tomorrow, India versus Australia, and let's hope, Pavan, we will come on Tuesday and we'll discuss about Sri Lanka versus Pakistan. Another good
Honestly.
match in World Cup history. If we talk about Sri Lanka versus
But Sri
Pakistan,
Lanka has
that
never
is
beaten
watchable.
Pakistan. Sri
Yeah,
Lanka has never beaten Pakistan in the World Cup. So hopefully this could be our first win. I don't know.
yeah, it is
With
possible.
the
Actually, it is possible.
it is possible, but let's see. I mean, the way that Sri Lanka batted, I think a lot of positive signs, especially with the how Shanaka played today because Shanaka wasn't in form before today's match. So I think today's match will be a big boost. The way that he scored 23 runs of Koitse, I think that over boosted him a
And
lot. So
one
I
big
hope
thing
he
is,
can.
Pavan, you know the dismissal, how you can tackle Babar Azam now. Use Viral
Yeah,
Age.
against spin, but then we don't have Hasaranga, so I think that is a huge miss. I think for Sri Lanka, if they had Hasaranga, I think they have definitely dismissed Baba. But because Teekshana, I don't know whether he could dismiss Baba like straight away, and especially him coming after the injury, also I don't know how he'll perform. So that's a bit of a weakness, I would say, for Sri Lanka, especially their spin attack in this World Cup, especially without Hasaranga. Teekshana also not into full fitness. DDS also conceding runs, so spin attack hasn't been that great. So that's a backup spinners also are not performing. So in domestic also very disappointed with how Hemanta has been performing, especially warm up Asia Cup also the way that he's performing. He doesn't have good records in domestic also. I don't know why Hemanta is selected in the World Cup. There are better spinners like Akila Dhananjaya, Lakshan Sandakan, in the domestic who are doing well. I don't know why they are not brought into the Sri Lanka squad. There's no doubt Sandakan would have been a brilliant option, left arm Chinaman. especially Indian conditions. They're just judging him on 2019 World Cup in England conditions and not bringing him here to India. So I don't know why Hemanta is in the team. First of all, I know he can bat, that we know, but bowling wise, there's nothing from Hemanta that is threatening to any batsman. I don't understand his selection. I know he's a leg break. He can trouble batters at times, but I don't see any sort of thing with Hemanta. He's very inconsistent with his lengths at times. There is a
Yeah,
huge
of
negative,
course.
I would feel, for Sri Lanka. Rather would have had a Lakshan Sandakan or even Jeffrey Vandersay, I would say. Both of them. Vandersay would have been really good, these two bowlers. Rather than Dushan Hemant, I think Vandersay would have provided more trouble to the batters. So I don't know. When it comes to selection, I don't know where they are basing on bringing Hemant all of a sudden in the Asia Cup, not seeing his domestic records properly and then bringing him. So I don't understand what the selectors have to.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, subscribe KFCS and Sports Breakdown and enjoy our discussion during
Thank you
World
so
Cup.
much.
So there
Okay.
will be so much games. Upcoming game, we have a good discussion about Pakistan versus Sri Lanka, a famous battle that all are waiting for. And if
But tomorrow,
Pakistan
let's
defeat
focus on India versus Australia because
India
that's
versus
going to
Australia
be
also, yes.
because both teams are World Cup winning teams. Australia with 5, India with 2. So I think it's going to be a huge contest tomorrow. So let's hope for the best. I'm hoping for India to win, but going to be very tight tomorrow. I think both the teams looking very strong, but just having a slight feeling that India will win, but never can count out Australia in these matches. Australia looking very good right now, especially with their recent record in India. Also, I think this year itself, I think Australia have the potential to beat India in this World Cup. So let's see what happens though.
Yeah, okay, Pawan. So
Thank
enjoy
you.
match with your friends.
Thank you. Bye. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Bye. Good night. सो गाइस ऐसे ही ये बेहतरीन डिस्कशन के लिए सब्सक्राइब करिए और अभिनव आपसे फिर कल मिलेंगे और फिर मैच के बाद बात करेंगे। आई होप ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम को हम टक्कर दें, एक बहुत ज़बरदस्त मैच हो। तब तक के लिए थैंक यू वेरी मच गाइस। अगर आपको मेरा वीडियो पसंद आया हो तो उसे लाइक करिए, सब्सक्राइब करिए और अपने कमेंट्स देते रहिए। ओके, प्लीज़ पूरे अपने घूमने के लिए घूमते हुए या ऑफ कोर्स सही कह रहा हूँ। ओके ओके गाइस, तो सब्सक्राइब करिएगा और कमेंट भी करिएगा। तब तक के लिए थैंक यू वेरी मच। गुड बाय और गुड नाइट। एंजॉय इंडिया वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया।